Well, okay. Hopefully the bird has. There's some. I so in my attic area there was actually like a whole family of bats that got cleared out a couple days ago. Also learned that now that there's also birds up there. Then they've been tussling a lot recently, and hopefully they're not doing so now. I don't hear them now, so hopefully that's fine now. Hopefully, hopefully. Uh, anyway. So, here's the plan. We finish this game now. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We finish this game now. We're on the way towards the end. We got like a good chunk of everything here, hopefully. And now we just need to travel to here. Because the journal, we're not allowed to... Right now it's just like... Yeah. Right now it's just random treasure map stuff I don't really care about, and you can still fast travel. I thought you said there was a no way back thing. Oh,
Quiet.
I've been lied to. Yeah, well, but either way, I'm gonna treat this as a no holds bar, no going back type thing, and let's get out of here. Good, sir? Oh, hey. That's not fair. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't realize this was a thing. Jesus. Ow.
And rot.
Another soul for the wheel.
The compass.
You think me, Marius?
Yes, key. Where is it? Where is that here? Yeah, that's just nothing. Honestly, it'll mostly just be a weapon that I don't really need because I have the fisty wand thing that I really like. Ow.
Stay alert. That thing's moving this time.
Oh. Let me just...
Right behind you.
Oh, Fine. Nice try.
And rough.
Hi.
Eggworth and rough.
This still stretch HP though. I'll definitely take it.
Take a moment, people.
I definitely like that. There's like a shitter. Did you die while on the shitter? I feel so bad for you. At least sit upright while there. At least die in the shitter like, like you mean it.
What is that? I know that place, right?
Oh, big two.
Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here.
Okay, alright. You're better than you last met.
What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again?
There's something unresolved here. Something you need to understand.
Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Razvan will live the rest of his life knowing exactly what he did.
Good. And when he arrives here, he will have me to deal with. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
That was Razvan. That comes. Was not your responsibility, Mars. Finding a reason to live was his burden to carry.
It was a burden I wasn't ready to carry. I went out on patrol nearly every rotation, looking for Razvan or death. Or ideally, both. Don't be like me, Marius. You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
forgive each other.
I feel strongly that there's nothing left to forgive.
Easier said than accepted, Viate. Forgiving myself is the hardest part. We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it.
I can see you together. I can tell you love each other very much.
More like tolerate, in my case, but... Right.
See what I put up with, Envoy? Still wonder why I left Solace?
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
As well, it's on you.
Oh, it was... good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Ow. That's good.
No one was left to clean up the battlefield. Now it's just a time-forgotten ruin.
Ow. Oh, I see you moving back there. Take care of this one.
Stay safe.
Ow. This works. I'll definitely take that. Ow. Ooh,
I was worried for a second.
we're fine. Ah.
Eckworth and Roth.
Tama's cairn. What's that doing here?
Ah. I'm definitely gonna come back with Kai for that one.
This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama.
Never mind.
No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine.
Because in this place is a trap for our god soul. This is a snare your soul responds to.
Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing.
Yeah, but take special. What do you mean?
I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense?
There's a memory and change from a moment. Every Tama that was or might have been.
Then how come they look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it.
Then what do you see when you look at this Tama?
I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that.
It's more than your memories allowed him to be.
Yeah. I never realized what an injustice I was doing to us both. You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. Now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down.
So what now?
We've spent long enough with my past. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain?
Something in between.
I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Oh, I just want to see what he looked like. Yeah. Not like that. Ah.
And rot! Eckworth and rot!
I don't see any other ones in here. Up there. Yeah, it's up there. Maybe...
And run!
Damn it. There's someone up there I could use? Ah! Of course. It's probably about like actually needing like required people to in order to make some stuff work. But I guess with that it's not that painful.
What? Like it's hard?
Alright.
And run!
Damn it.
And run!
I did not meant to do that. I love mine. I'm wasting shit.
Egworth and run!
There we go. What is this place? Ah.
Big
No, you don't, you son of a bitch.
And run! Stay safe!
here's the sarcophagus key.
To see Arthas in its heyday, in its full splendor.
Oh,
I should have.
What is happening? Does the affliction fester even here? It threatens our heart. We cannot fight this invasion alone.
easy. I made it this far. I'm not gonna abandon you now.
Hurry. Your presence relieves us.
It's all the strange agile across the region.
I'm not used to quiet.
Oh my god.
Stay safe.
Ow.
Then roar. Heiße. Then roar.
How many? Christ, they're everywhere.
Stay safe.
Ow. Eesh. Ah. Final memory.
We have been here.
Yeah, you are here right now.
Here all the yesterdays before.
Yeah, it's alive. I never felt the essence like this.
Scorpion venom. Pain, then numbness. Paralyzed, they said. We feel no spark of the Tibari Sinakis in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone.
People who maybe it's safer here. You're here because the gods can trust you. Stay in solitude.
The eagle's flight, the lion's roar. They took it all away.
Why don't you tell me what really happened?
A tide of souls thrown upon the wheel. The ground gives way. We fall. Now our memory is a wound reopened. They came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel.
Did they emerge? Have you looked in the woods, building in time? Couldn't you sense them before they arrived?
A chill in our spine. How could we name it? First, they blinded us. Shining eyes pierced the concealing dark. Then they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed.
They were outmatched. They had to cut your
The
off.
snake attacked the bear, venom from behind. We saw a terrible design in the roaring flames. They had carved a path to the temple. We were their true prey.
And didn't understand. They're trying to subvert the god's connection to you.
Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they trap the stars? Then, they turned to what the Akita had made. They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze.
Burn book, raising art. This is always how it begins.
A mouth silenced. A record of time rendered in ruins. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out, sundered soul by soul. We broke the earth, called down the storm, flung lightning from our hands. But they marched on. We grew tired. In fury, we exposed ourselves.
Made folk will you down. Played right into our hands. You're the very godless you're trying to protect, ain't you?
Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? The needle struck. Erased machines, we tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then, nothing.
What do you mean, nothing?
We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We reached out, but the machines held us in. We could not feel the new day's sun play in the shifting tide. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves.
Yeah, imagine being losing like godless. No one gets to erase history, not even gods.
Yet they did. A light snuffed out. We watched helplessly for aeons. Until you.
Wolf hadn't died. You. What would you do if you never come here? If I had been born somewhere else.
A chill wind. Our branches shudder. We do not think of this. The wound numbs now. We watch as the river of time expands. In the silence of our prison, we find clarity. How many voices lost? How many saplings have we cut down? We sink into the endless night. Perhaps we should be here.
Most is a sign that your time been good to you. That may not be justified once, but this has gone on too long.
The sun shines hot and cold. We are not sure we understand.
You said your time as all they want is to control you.
We have learned to fear ourselves. We handed them the chains. The soil stirs. We have a new memory of this place. You opened the final lock, entered the hidden glade. You listened. You stand at a cliff now. We watch your footsteps carefully. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
The birds are at it again. Upgrade our stuff a bit.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
Aren't a stranger than I thought it'd be.
I've heard about the garden all my life, and I never expected something like that. But thanks to you, I think I was ready for it. I mean, it was blessed bizarre, but I could handle it. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise.
What do you think if you talk to a dead friend to comfort someone God?
No, I was thinking more in terms of hunting for wild game and peeing on Kai to put the fires out. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
Get some rest.
You too.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend, you know?
And saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us, Maya.
Alright. Maxed out the punch and wand.
Yatsley, look out!
You asked for it!
Oh, you're just new people here. I don't feel like fighting you guys.
It's funny. I don't think I've ever seen an Akeevan building like that, but it looks familiar. We can take a look, can't we?
Yeah.
And Roth! And Roth!
Oh god. I hate how I hate how far that knocks you back.
Bravo!
And Roth!
Absolutely not.
I'm in streamer mode. The Discord navigation failed me. Yay.
Worth and Roth!
Oh. Oh. Oh hey, no I can't.
This place seems less like a death trap. Maybe we could stop, catch our breath.
What are those guys doing? Is this a mating ritual here? I see. I'm just gonna leave him to it, I guess. Ah.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we just have to get past it.
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever. Got eyes on something? Another solid?
Egworth and Roth!
Boom.
And Roth!
That's a new move. Shut up.
Stay safe!
Heal yourself, quick!
I'm literally one away from maxing my gear. You don't... I can't functionally get that much better gear.
Careful with that thing. It has a mind of its own. I'm rooting for the skeletons.
Keep quiet.
Ow!
Take worth and wrath.
Fine. Stop popping out of nowhere. I don't have time for you guys.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the... Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
Right. This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
But you gotta.
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
Well, too. Glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
You got to.
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
It's my tiny.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
Where you going?
Let's take this in for just a moment. When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you found your own killer and turned him in. It's rare to choose justice over vengeance, especially in the Living Lands. But you stood by your principles. I think that's where you get your strength.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. You saved my city and gave me a home. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Alright, that's enough of all of you.
Oh, did your heart just grow a little?
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a Living Lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the Living Lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
And get some rest, we can all use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
Sleep well. Tomorrow we finish this together.
You heard Kai. We can no longer rest.
So, this is how you imprison a god.
They're having their fun. You're not damaging them at all.
I'm not used to quiet.
Yeah, they're doing jack shit.
Let's finish this.
Oh!
Enemy to the right.
Jesus, already?
Worth and Roth.
Stop interrupting my crap.
Stay safe. Sealness me too.
Give me your precious fluid. Oh boy. They're level 3s. One whittle.
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real.
Oh my god.
Then steps, a voice. Through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
Yes, Amir strapped his green shirt. There's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
In Orega?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait, something's happening in Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
I do, but how?
Breathe. Focus. Shape the essence with your hands. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Want freedom once more? Is what you've been asking from the beginning.
We want nothing more than that. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Only way I can set you free is if you truly want change.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death and imposed the law of mortals.
That's how they'd treat you. I was wrong.
It should have been better. For us. For him. We deserve mercy. All of us. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
We can promise you'll be better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed. Already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
All for you to show me how.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mulch.
Capital Fury. Oh. Oh.
Andra's dead. Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
I'll be sure to thank them when I get the chance.
We'll have time for that later. Assuming there is a later.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
We're too late.
Nah, don't be so hard on yourself. The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadol?
Free travel permitted, this Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadol. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
I guess. At least something's gone right.
A lot of things have gone right. It's what's gone wrong we should be worried about.
We march on still. We run, but we are not yet truly free.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Alright.
Sansa, how did you... They marched in with no warning. Envoy, what does the Garrote...
But it takes to show Paradise that you're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
They're sitting at the Emporium, alright?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento... Gods, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am
Good enough.
You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! I took some supply. Leaving.
Sure. Oh. Take all that and all this. Thank you.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
It's gotta be Ringgrim's work. I heard she made it snow.
We meet again, Envoy. And you, Yardsley. You're always a prodigious and welcome sight.
Oh, yes. Always a pleasure to see you, too.
Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
Oh, I killed Luna in Mount Fiora.
She must have come back to life. Again. I suppose we couldn't be lucky enough for her to stay dead.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
You talk about all that's a crap of a role changing.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
I should have made it felt correct in that moment.
Wise answer, that. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
Oh, that's what it ends with a long nap and some excellent food.
Mortal comforts are so very adorable. All you desire are your base needs lavishly fulfilled. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
What happens in Dawnshore shall ripple across the living lands. Oh, Envoy, how good to see you. I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home.
Are you recording these events in the archives?
Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradise falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions, and always have. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Won't come to pass, I promise.
I hope so, Envoy. I truly do. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Giata, where have you been? Envoy,
How is Emerald Stair? More importantly, how are you?
Thriving on both counts, I'm happy to report. My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Nice to see you,
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. Emerald Stair is healing, believe it or not. Once this is over, our crops will flourish like never before.
It's behind us, thankfully.
Indeed. The metaphysical currents of the living lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
enjoy the time with your flock, dearie. Try.
The Envoy. Is that you?
Uh-huh.
Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
I'm trying to never mind that. I guess you two worked everything out between you.
Close enough.
Once word about Paradise reached us, we were allowed to go.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the living lands.
May fingers evil here or elsewhere.
I suppose, but...
Don't mince words, Envoy. You know exactly what he means. Don't fuck us over.
I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
Do not allow your differences to blind you to the real threat.
Everyone wants to talk.
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
I hope it's the last.
Try praying instead of just hoping. That might work better for you. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
Our insurance business should still grow.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote. And it won't be subtle. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring. So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
We all have.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to think. Don't stay up too.
Yep.
Thanks for talking.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Chelsea. But Marius, we've done this hundreds of times.
Right. Just one more fight. Then another. Then another. Across the whole settlement. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
Right. This is just politics.
Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Never really understood what that meant. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
Yeah. Want to hear my speeches?
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not. Talk to you later, Envoy.
Thank you for the follow, Mary.
Capital!
Nice.
You know,
Yeah, thank you for the
people
follow.
don't think Steam Thistle has any medicinal.
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the
Hi,
gods
how
of
you
the
doing?
living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
Pretty good. I trust Sabadell to do the right thing. Keeping Sabadell trapped was a good for Ireland.
No doubt it would have gotten worse over time. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
Probably just squeeze him for much power I can. To be honest, haven't thought about it.
No time like the present. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
Thank you for the premonition.
Anytime. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is listening. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
What do you say to want to hear more about your adventures?
Just be careful what you wish for. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it.
I'm doing well, Mary.
Until next time.
Yeah, get some rest.
Until next time.
Alright. Honestly, I went the gun kind of bit, so I'll just take him out. Why not?
If we make it out of this, I'm going on vacation.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Makutadek?
The origin of the Dream Scourge? It was the act of a god this whole time?
Everyone, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge.
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
Yeah, thank you.
I will not grovel
I have
at
a
the
pretty good
envoy's
PC
feat
with-
for
on me.
solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
If you wardens ever bothered to pull your heads out of your asses, you wouldn't take such pride in your ignorance.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
My God, lonely interview them.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
But the plague isn't over. Dream thralls still litter Shatterscarp.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Yeah, this game... People would compare it more to like Elder Scrolls Skyrim. That
The
sort of...
roots tearing into Paradise notwithstanding.
They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower. Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack. She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Are you planning for a counterattack?
Well, that's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the steel garrote, nor who should lead the effort.
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradise militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside,
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her.
Precisely.
What's the status of the opposition?
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from Nakukubel, we could spare so few. I worry it won't be enough.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair, particularly if we are to endure a siege.
Don't really have a
Most
favorite
of my
game
men remain
that I
at
can
the
think of right
keep.
now.
I can't risk them against the steel garrote for the sake of Paradise, not when we are so few.
Easily remembering killing Lulu on top of Mount Fior.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
Gonna try coming again, is she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems Oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That would be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Have to go help her.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with...
No.
Don't do this. But I won't follow.
No.
I thought you were...
The wardens would...
The Living Land...
How many
No.
I I'm about to bring that option. I didn't make it. It's been options.
Excellent.
Ludwine has... What will his
That's just a
representatives
prank,
find
bro.
when they arrive? Before you face... But whatever you...
I know I'm... It's just a prank, bro. I know what I would like to do.
Well...
You should fight.
Oh, gods have mercy.
Sorlus and her wardens stand vigil with the living lands.
By grit and steel, Thirdborn stands with the Living Lands.
Fior and her animancers stand with the Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your
Oh, for like a
head
few
be the
years now.
consequences. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
Let's do this.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwig must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise Militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
I'll do my best.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
And you become a military strategist.
Let's just say this is not my first brush with a tyrannical authority, though. I pray it is my last. May all the
Let's take back the city.
Time to stop this.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go camping. I do need to, like, quickly leave the game and come back. I have fear the game was gonna crash. And it's pretty close to the 2-hour mark. So, I'll exit desktop quickly. Wait a bit for stuff to be good. I don't care, Xbox. Alright. Come on. And let's go. I did not meant to just say like I was too focused on chat. I did not realize what dialogue I was picking. Like I was like the entire game pissed off Ludwig, and at the end I was like, I'm thinking of joining them. Yeah, screw it. Let's go colonialism route at the very end. Yeah, I played a lot. It's been making YouTube and streaming since like late 2020, I think around early 2021. Just had a chance to really grow that much because of college stuff, which I graduated now and looking for a job. Alright. Let's finish this. Yeah. Yeah, it happens to the best of us. Made some cool friends though throughout it, which I hope if you stick around you can see a couple of our collab stuff. Yeah, she wants to talk and March wants to talk.
You should get some sleep.
You're still up?
Right. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You're right, it doesn't make sense, but sometimes it's necessary.
You know, I've never seen a bear go to war. They fight for survival, not for causes. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for what? A concept of how things ought to be.
I do have a capture card.
We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in
I forgot where it is, but I did actually do it when I was streaming like
Kingdom
Hearts.
Change. It's fine, really.
Don't worry, I'll be over before you know it.
I feel like you're not trying to make me feel better. I'll be all right, Envoy. You go.
Can't sleep? Neither can I.
Hey.
We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise Militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
I have influence over Quorum. I reported Lord Lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
It's difficult for me, my soul. Worried I'll change my mind?
Only a little bit.
I mean,
just enough
yeah.
to keep me up at night. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Mary, I don't really ask for suggestions unless it's for people I trust, so I don't need that. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Teach me.
Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect that if there's any... Unfortunate... Now, you, drift... Really? What's the last... Well, aren't you the clever... No harm done, of course. Besides, that's all I have to teach. I'll tell you what... In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Sabadell challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sabadell should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
I can't destroy her, I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have.
Hello, Lauren.
You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
See. How do you feel about it? Enough for now.
Until next time.
Alright, let's go.
I can't.
Can I just hold on there long enough?
Protect the envoy. I couldn't have done it better.
Go.
We make a good squad.
Let's take care of this once and for all. Oh. Oh, hey!
We shall tear your enemies apart.
Take Worth and Rock!
Under attack!
Take Worth and Rock!
Well, Lamau. LMAO. Ow.
Envoy, to the right.
Give me your precious, precious essence. Ow.
Who's next? Anyone?
Show me what you got. Worth and wrong.
Nicely done. Coming from the left.
Dead. Had to have one of these big ogre guys on your side.
Go ahead. I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town weeks ago.
Big gross content fire hard to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to.
Not anymore. Then when the murmur did then's alright.
Of course. We came here first. I had to pull Nasha away from pouring hot oil off the roof. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Appreciate it.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the Garot?
Found you. I'm not used to quiet.
You're mine
Follow the ice trail. Ow.
Take worth and wrong.
What the? Oh, it's one of those things. Didn't expect it to be here. In fact, I probably shouldn't be surprised that they're here. In the context of what we know now.
I can take care of the plaza.
Oh. Stop. Give me your essence. Hi, Ludwin.
There you are. So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Possibly. You know, by my count, maybe a third time to charm.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
Langel will unite and remain free. There's nothing to do about it.
You can tell Wodaka yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Sounds like you already made up your mind about me.
Judgment has been passed. Now comes the sentence. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
You won't. Oh, by Lewin, I don't need to.
You will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor, or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter, but you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The burned queen demands it.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Wodaka is frightened of Salpadal. They exist outside of power and new heir to the throne of gods.
Blasphemy. Sapadal is a clot in the heart of the world. What should they matter to the true gods of Aora? Your god will meet their end just as soon as I'm through with you. Hear me, Envoy. I am the avatar of the Burned Queen, the goddess of retribution. I am her sword arm, her will in the world. And so long as I can fight, I will be her champion.
But she fails, and fails, and fails her god. How long until Wodica finds a new avatar?
The plan lies in ruins. Sapadal's free, and I'm alive.
I've done all that I could. She sees that. She must. It isn't my fault. Whenever you could, you stood in my way. I believed we were alike, Envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Adir. I believed the dream of our future, of our resurgent empire, would move you as it does me. And if that failed, I believed the Burn Queen would stop you. Yet here you stand before me, my enemy, unopposed by the gods. Why?
The worm of doubt gnaws at her soul. Where was Wodica when she needed her most? Where is she now?
If Wodica really believes in you, she would make sure you won. She wanted you to fail.
No! The Burned Queen witnessed my devotion and accepted me as her champion. I don't need anything else. I can still prevail. I must.
She's not going to save you. It's just you against the entire lone lands.
I feel her fire in me. I know I do.
Do you?
Wodica, my lady! Where are you?
No answer.
He despise your weakness.
No! It's not true!
Shame. Suffocating shame.
You're nothing.
Stop! I can't!
Give up, Ludlin. It's over.
No! 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 Forgive me! Wodica!
Cope and seize.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seized.
Yada gets it.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
How about that big thing, though?
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath.
Alright.
Then you hear it. The ringing of a distant bell. The waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradise militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, You arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Paradise's rebels cannot accept your version of independence. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, only a few of his people ally themselves with the United Settlements. To them, you will always be the oppressor. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. Research yields new developments in the struggle against nature. Technology is shared among the United Settlements. The Empire cannot get in the way of progress. For the people of Shatterscarp, independence is bittersweet. Those who cannot withstand the grief inflicted by Ringgrim's spell leave the settlements, vanishing into the wilderness. Those who remain find themselves forced to cooperate with others, often begrudgingly. With so many dead, the need to stave off hunger outweighs any distaste for certain trading partners. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first. But after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro.
As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane
Sorry,
and the
Yardsley.
godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of
Ah, yeah, this
Aethys.
thing.
Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
And that's Avowed. Honestly, it's pretty good. For like, I definitely see Obsidian is starting to get into a pretty formula of this, and while it's predictable, it has potential. I definitely feel like they could. Definitely feel like they're experimenting with it a lot more, and I hope there's a lot more that comes to it, and hopefully something bigger can come out of all of that. Because this is pretty cool. That the characters, while some of the dialogue is pretty it's like I remember starting off, it was like it kind of sounded like one of those like cheesy live action shows from like Disney or something like that. That's weird, but I got used to it over time, and I definitely see what the story's trying to tell. I always have this interest in this quote unquote like infection type stories, and not just the basic zombie slop stuff. Yeah. We'll see what's next for this company. They seem pretty good so far with their practices. Hopefully there's nothing too bad under the surface. But other than that, definitely like to see where this goes for this company and all that. For now, I'll have to think about a new game to do. Probably I'll contact some other people to do something. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Who's live? Who's oh yeah, berries. And LG.
It was a rub.
Yeah, sure, let's do it. All right. See you guys next time for our plan.